Hi, my name's Craig Nelson and welcome to another edition of Talking Shakers, where we'll be looking back at the match against Hartlepool on Tuesday night and looking forward against the fixtures coming up against Sheffield and Huddersfield. Right, so Bury have lost 2-1 on Tuesday night against Hartlepool. Where do you think they're going wrong? They've lost, well, they've now not won for 7 matches, so what's going on?
Well, they're leaking silly goals at the back and they're not scoring enough up front. And it's the old thing that second half of the season syndrome, where you've got young players who are suffering fatigue, they're making stupid individual errors, or just individual errors, and giving away sloppy goals. But they're not playing bad football, they're playing good football, but in the key areas of the field, their own penalty area and the opposing penalty area, they've got problems. But there's no reason to panic, because they're only 10 points short of the target of 50 points for League One survival. So really there's no need for people to start getting worried, in my opinion. Well,
I know that Richie Bagg has obviously seen that he does need to bolster his squad. He's brought in a few new players. Which one of those, or which ones, do you think will actually make the difference come the end of the season?
Well, it's difficult to tell so far, because neither of them, the two we're talking about specifically, Latif Elford Al-Ayu, who's come along from West Brom, and an American lad who's just arrived called Mike Grealer, a New Yorker. Haven't really had enough game time yet to show what they can do, but the lad Latif, nicknamed Pan, would you believe, looks quite exciting. He's got a good bit of skill, he's quick, he's tricky, and he looks like he wants to make a name for himself, which is what you need really at this level. You need lads who come in and full of enthusiasm and got something to prove. And if that gets Bury over the finish line, everybody will be chuffed to bits. You know.
I know that Mike Carrickton was actually saying this week in the paper that he thinks that someone is going to be on the end of a hiding from Bury in recent weeks. Do you think Huddersfield on Saturday or Sheffield Wednesday next week will be one of those ones that they managed to get some points from?
An interesting concept. On paper you would say no, but football isn't played on paper. It's played on strips of grass, and there's no reason why Bury shouldn't beat either Huddersfield or Sheffield, because those are teams who will fancy beating Bury. And the problem they've had recently is teams coming to Gigg Lane and setting up, getting men behind the ball and frustrating them, whereas when teams come at Bury and attack them, they seem to do better against teams like that. Now that I've said that, if they're watching this, they might change their tactics.
Yeah. Well, they've got some pace about the side as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Now they've
good
had
on
an
the
injection,
break. Very
so
good on the break.
There is that opportunity.
And it's when you've got that thing where you've got 8-9 men all in your own half that they struggle. But then the best teams in the world struggle against defences like that. You know.
I mean, I have noticed maybe from your reports that the Worrell has actually been playing quite well the last couple of games. So what they really need is someone to put is the chances he creates away. Really.
Well, yeah, they have actually been creating a lot of chances, and you would back Andy Bishop, the leading striker, and anybody else normally to score. It's just an aberration at the moment that though the chances aren't going in. But like Mark Carrington says, there's no reason why they shouldn't give somebody a hiding over the next few games. And once once they're up to 43 points, everybody will feel they're only then 7 points, and everybody will feel much better.
Okay, thank you very much. That's another edition of Talking Shakers over with. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next week when we'll be chatting about the matches against Sheffield Wednesday and Huddersfield.